Hey everybody, what's going on? It's another version of Arctic's Furry Vlog with me, your #1 husky, Arctic Husky himself. First thing I want to point out is I want to say thank you so much for the support. My last video I had we're almost at 17,000 views. I can't believe that. So I want to say thank you. Second off, I'm not using the headset. I'm actually using my camera here that has a built-in microphone. We're going to see how that actually works out. If my voice doesn't sound like crap this time. And it might take care of any latency issues that we have. But this vlog is in particular because what we're going to be doing with this vlog and all the future vlogs is they're going to be done on topic. So there's going to be a topic, and then I'm going to do something about it, talk about that topic, and then each time we'll have a different issue. Also, I am part of a group called, I can tell you what it is in a second here. It's called Furry Video Vlogging. Actually, I'm part of a group on there on Facebook. Officially, so that's great. I'm with other furs. We're planning on doing a lot of great things. Also live streams so you other furs out there. If you have questions, so say for example you come to my channel and you want to know when the stream is, I'll let you guys know. It'll be probably either stream on my channel or the group channel, which I have to get the more information out, but I will do a video with that information as soon as I get it. I want to get that out of the way because this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, maybe 10, 12 minutes depending. And I know you're probably seeing, oh, the flickering. The flickering's, I have no idea why it does that. I think it's because of the light issue or something. So if you see me moving my hand, I'm trying to see if it's doing it or not. Another thing is this. Oh, excuse me. It's just my throat. I just got out of work, so my throat's a little bit parched. So I apologize. The topic today is about, I call it the holiday stretch. What does that mean? Well, what that means is you had 3 conventions in a row. 3. You had Fur Fright. You had, I think it's Midwest Fur Fest this month, and then you have one that's going to be in Rochester. In my opinion on it, do I think it's a good idea or not? It's hard to say. Some people can swing it, others can't. It's hard to say. I've never really been to a fur convention, but that brings me to another topic as far as that goes. The difference between an anime con and a fur con and the similarities. There are similarities in an anime con to a fur con as far as artists show up, there's a dealer's den, stuff like that. So they kind of go parallel. But where they branch off, and I mean really branch off, is when you go to an anime convention, you have more than just anime. You have the sci-fi element, steampunk in one form or another. When I was at RockCon, prime example, you had cosplayers, you had steampunk, you had sci-fi, you had, I think I said anime, but you also had some furs there, you had different elements, many different elements. You had a decent, I guess the dealer's den was okay. It was mostly anime, sci-fi, gaming. They had gaming there, from Magic to Dungeons and Dragons to, I think there was one other game. There's a few other games. I'm not really sure. But it was very broad. And you had different panels on that and all that. And it was a very broad spectrum. From what I've seen at a fur convention, I don't think you have all that element there. You might in some form, but not complete. Like I said, I've never been to a fur convention. I've done research on this as much as I can. So if I'm mistaken, I apologize ahead of time, but I'm just showing you from my experience. So my experience may be different than yours, if you've been at one. So I apologize on that. But I think, though, they're both positive. I think a fur convention and an anime convention, they both work. The difference is, you being a fur in an anime convention, you're going to get swamped by people wanting to take photos of you and by crazy. And I'm saying this because of a close friend of mine. I swear she got hit with pictures for days, it seemed like. because that's just an element you don't expect. I mean, like, you kind of expect it at an anime convention, but when you do see it, it just steals the show. And that's one of those things that I'm hoping eventually to do as well. For a convention, you pretty much have your basic elements, and it's mostly an older, I want to say it's mostly an older crowd. At a fur convention, you have a majority, the demographic's about 18 to 25, or maybe 18 to 35. Oh, hold on a second here. Probably about 18 to 35 is the demographic, I would say. At an anime convention, a little younger. Maybe I think there was some older people. I think I was in that middle. I was within the 15 to 30 year range. I think would be the best to at this convention. Now I could change at different anime conventions. It all depends on, I think, the draw is depending on who's the panels and stuff like that. Changes the age demographic. For conventions, you have your own subculture. I guess with anime conventions you have the same thing, but it's like comparing apples to oranges. But I still think they're the same. Now that's taking into account, you know, whatever X factors there is. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable on this. I just have enough information to give you guys, so you guys can make your own well-informed decisions. If you can put it in the comments below if you want. If I said something that was completely off base, and I apologize for that, but this is something I wanted to talk about a little bit. There was one other thing about it. There's something else I was going to mention. The thought escapes me right now, but pretty much I gave you a little bit of a topic right now. It wasn't as much as I had. I guess I'll give you two conventions. Two conventions I'll be at: RockCon 2013, ToraCon 2013. The difference between those two is one's smaller and one's huger. Both anime based, but a lot more furs at one convention than the other because the other one's more established and the other one is still an upstart. So I guess it's a little bit of a fur element. So without the drinking and the booze and whatever else, other crazy stuff that happens at a fur convention. Anime convention's more mild. I would guess more mild, more PG. FurCons, forget it all. I bet you, from what I've heard, all bets are off. All bets are off. So at least that's just a little bit through food for thought, if I could talk right. But that's it for me, Arctic Husky. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments down below, or any feedback, let me know, and I'll hit you up with my next video.